Becoming a virtual assistant is easier than ever. There are so many different platforms and opportunities for jobs as a virtual assistant. As a virtual assistant myself, I have created a spreadsheet that I believe will help you to stay organized and to be able to track your clients, your tasks, your to-do list, your timesheet, your income and expenses, and more. So I'm going to show you how this sheet works. It is available in Google Sheets and Excel. And so here we go. All right, so first of all, we are in the dashboard. So this will show you how many current tasks that you have, how much you've completed, how many clients that you have, and how much you've been paid. And then how much is owed versus how much has been received. You can click on that and see the numbers. And then how many tasks do you have incomplete or complete. Here is the client tracker. So this is a great place for you to fill out the client's name, their phone number, email, address if you have it. Where did you find your client from? So let's just say, a website. And this is more of a CRM. So if you want to follow up with them and try to see if, you follow up with them multiple times, if they will seal the deal and you will get a job from them. So this is the place to put your first contact, the last time that you've reached out, how many times have you followed up with them, and what priority status is this? What's the status? Have they contacted you back? Is the project complete? Have they declined to work with you? So let's just say they've contacted you. If there's any to-dos, you have to call or email them, what the start date is, how much they're going to pay you, and if they paid you or not. This is the task tracker. This is going to be your main hub of organization. So here is where you're going to put the client's name, what company is it that they own, and then what's the task. So let's just start from scratch here. And then let's just say you're going to do some social media marketing for them. So let's write social media marketing, and then you're going to, create 10 posts and post them. What's the priority status, low, medium, or high? This will help you to stay organized, especially if you have multiple clients you're working with at the same time. You can put the due date on here. How much is the pay for all the posts? So say you charge $10 per post, they're going to pay you $100. The status, are you working on it? Is it complete? So say your start date was, let's say October 27th. How many hours does it take you to complete that? Let's just say 4. And then this will give you the days until the due date automatically. How many hours have you spent on it? So say 4. And then you can put, what percent of the project is it complete. As it gets, towards the 100% mark, it's going to get lighter and lighter. And then you can say, if it's done, let's just say you finished it. And then is there any subtasks to that? So, you have to create graphics. And then have you been paid? What date did you get paid? So let's come in here and say that you paid it. Let's come in here and say that you got paid on the 6th. And then you were paid $100. So this will show you at the top how much you've received, how many tasks are complete, and how many tasks do you have to do. And then any notes, notes about the client, notes about the project, anything like that, just to jog your memory. And then this is also a to-do list. So you can, delete and start from scratch, create social media posts, and then post on each platform. And you can put the due date. No, it's going to be this date, and then this date, and then if it's complete or not. And then this is also high, medium, or low priority tasks to keep you organized. This is a timesheet that can help you as well to stay organized. So we can come in and do a sample here. So if we're going to come in and say the week of the 1st, it will put the days all the way down for 2 weeks. It will tell you what the day is of the week. And then let's come back and say our client again. The task was social media posts. And then we came in at 10 a.m. and then we're going to be done at 1 p.m. and then we're going to come back at 1:30, and then we're going to work till 4. And then this will give you the total number of hours that you worked. Now, if this is the same client, or if you want to keep track of your time for the whole week, you can track that as well, and then put in your hourly rate so that you know what your pay is. So you can do this for the same client. You can switch it up for your entire weekly schedule, whatever works for you. And then this is a great place to put, again, the client's name, completed 10 social posts. You worked for 5.5 hours. You're owed $100. You were paid $100, and then you were paid on the 5th. So that'll help you to just keep track of, who needs to pay me, who hasn't paid me yet, and things like that. I do a lot of my virtual assisting on Upwork. And that's a great place that I've been able to find clients, but there's been a lot of times where I have a bunch of clients that need work all at the same time, and I'm trying to juggle a lot of things. So this task tracker has really helped me to stay organized, to know what am I working on that day, so I can just come in and start working without having to manage like who's doing what and what am I doing today. Sometimes that part a little overwhelmed me, but having it all down and then looking at it and going, okay, I've got, how many are in progress, how many are complete, what do I need to work on? And if it helps you, sometimes you can even just take the whole row and just highlight the whole row and highlight it in yellow, for whatever you needed to work on that day. That way you can just keep an eye of what you're doing. Okay, so we're done with the timesheet. Price list. This is great because a lot of times on Upwork, I would have somebody ask me, well, what are your prices? And then if you have it all written down, you can just copy and paste it real quick into a message. Social media posts, 10 posts for 100 per platform. And then 100. Okay. And so that is just easy. You can download this, you can copy and paste it, and you can share. This is a bookkeeping tracker to help you to figure out, are you making money? What's your income and what your expenses are. So this will tell you how much income you've made for the year, what your expenses are for the year. You can click in each little cell and you can see what your income was for that month. And then you can also see what your expenses were. So if you're paying for ads, if you're paying for any other thing, you can just track these as well. This will tell you your income by month and your net profit. If this happens to not be 2025, come in here to the formula box, change it to the year, and hit enter, and it will change your year for you. This is your bookkeeping tracker. So everything that you put in here will go and transfer over to the overview tab. So you can choose the date. Let's go and do the same type of thing. So this is income. We're going to make this income title, and this is social media posts. And then 10 posts for John. And then you made $100, and then say you spent $5 on ads. Your net profit is $95. Or you can even put your expenses for the platform, if they take a certain amount of fees from you for, where you got your client from. This is a marketing tracker. So if you're paying for ads, if you have a website and you're, doing Google ads, this is a great place to track all of that as well. So when you come in, there's going to be a bunch of weird divide by zeros, and that's okay. So let's just put in the campaign. So just name it whatever you want. What day did you start it? What day did you end it? And if you want to, if you're advertising on a certain social media site, you can do that as well. How much did you spend? So I spent $100. I'm, advertising, like 2 different ads. Let's see the impressions. Let's say did 1,000 impressions and then 50 clicks and then 2 conversions. I made $500. So this will come in and calculate for you your cents per click, your click-through rate, your conversion rate, your return on investment, and a return on ad spend. So of course the the better ROAS and the better conversion rate, the better your ad has worked. So you can say if the ad is pending, active, complete, or paused, and then any notes about it, how successful was it, what stood out to you, anything about the design, and then the number of conversions, revenue, and spent as well. All right, so we're going back to our last one. This is your social media post manager. This is something that I actively use as well for my posts. So as I'm scheduling out my posts, I'll say, what the date is for that week. And then we're going to just say this is going to be Fun Friday, a happy post about new products. Whatever your post is, and then you put your hashtags in here. This is great so that whenever you're ready to actually put it on the platform, you can have your description and your hashtags already. You can just copy it and paste it on in. And as you post it to each platform, you can just check it off. So it just helps me to stay organized, and that way I can have things, planned out for a way ahead of time, so I'm not having to think about it that week. That's just a lot. So that's how this virtual assistant business management bundle works. It's available on my website at savvyandthriving.com. It is available in Google Sheets and Excel. I have over 400 sheets available on my website right now, so there's a ton of different things that can help you to stay organized for your business, to organize your family, your home, to look at your budget and your finances. There's a ton of stuff. So check it out. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.